Hello everyone, welcome to the Tim Booker channel. I hope you enjoy listening. Today, I'll be interpreting the voice catchers for you. I'll delve into the essence of the book. The prevalent contemporary, urban legend of horror is no longer mythical creatures and ghosts but rather your smart devices with voice interfaces, including your phone, computer, and smart speakers. They may be constantly listening to every sound in your work and life. Many netizens have shared on social media their experiences of casually mentioning something in conversation, only to have it silently appear in the information stream and advertisements of apps later. For them, the immediate reaction to this experience is often not intimate but rather terrifying. After all, who can tolerate the idea of having a voice spy potentially listening to you 24/7, betraying all your vocal privacy? In 2018, the Alexa incident in Oregon, USA, ignited public panic about smart voice technology. A woman in Portland, Oregon, reported to local television that her Amazon smart speaker, Echo, automatically recorded her and her husband's discussion about floor tiles without triggering the wake word, Alexa, and sent the recording to her husband's employee. Subsequently, similar incidents were reported by other media outlets. People were furious about the suspected monitoring by smart voice devices. The companies producing smart voice devices, including Amazon, offered similar explanations, attributing the suspicion to device misfires, and claiming that the devices mistakenly interpreted some sounds as requests, leading to unintentional operations. The essence of this alleged listening issue has been conveniently sidestepped. So, is a person's voice extensively recorded by smart devices, and is it used for targeted advertising and information flow? In this book, Joseph Turo, a communication professor at the University of Pennsylvania, tells us that the answers to these questions are actually hidden in the privacy policy statements that you must go through before using these devices. He points out that companies manufacturing smart voice devices, in response to public panic, have stated that they will not use real voice data for marketing. However, in their privacy policy statements, they do not make such guarantees, and instead, even imply that they reserve the right to do so. In Amazon's privacy statement, it states, the recordings of your conversations with Alexa are a form of information collected by this system. Turo believes that, although this is a vague expression, it indicates that Amazon preserves entire recordings of conversations as information, meaning it retains the right to analyze the tone and details of people speaking. These voice data collected by companies serve a significant role as training datasets for the future stage of voice artificial intelligence. Turo quotes a 2019 Bloomberg article, stating that several giants producing smart voice devices, including Amazon, employ thousands of workers worldwide to listen to these recorded voice data in users' homes and offices. Their work includes not only converting these voice commands into annotated text to improve recognition accuracy but also recording everything the speakers hear, including the background voices of children. When they hear privacy information such as usernames and bank account numbers, what they do is label it as critical data and continue the review. To alleviate public fears, these giants exercise great caution when allowing third-party voice applications to display advertisements. However, confusingly, they appear quite generous when permitting third parties to collect user voice data while the program is running. Several individuals interviewed by Turo personally stated that as long as the owner of the voice application declares the existence of such behavior in the program's privacy policy, which most people do not carefully examine, they can be allowed to access the visitor's account to obtain their identity and gain in-depth insights into the visitor's voice behavior patterns. In some cases, they can even directly access the text records of the visitor's voice. Secondly, smart voice devices do not outright reject targeted advertising and information flow, as proclaimed by the giants. Turo discovered in a seemingly inconspicuous corner of Amazon's privacy policy, within a Q&A about personalized ads that requires a click to read, a mention that Amazon uses transcripts of people's voice conversations with smart assistants for audience, positioning, and profiling. Google, on the other hand, explicitly states in its general privacy policy that when users use Google's audio features, it collects and uses voice and audio information for personalized targeted marketing. Turo believes that Google's aim still revolves around using voice analysis results to supplement the personal profile it creates for customers. The so-called profile here is based on voice for targeted, personalized marketing, and it is the most important development direction in the present and future. This involves collecting users' voice biometric features, i.e., voice prints, and voice information data to construct a virtual version of you, predicting your choices and behaviors in advance to provide seamlessly personalized recommendations and services. Turo's ultimate version of the profile in the book can even read your unspoken words and predict your real purchasing intentions better than living marketers, based on your past voice and purchasing behavior. Such a profile will become fully integrated into life. When you habitually use voice to turn on bedroom lights and play classical music, it will be predicted that you are engaging in bedtime reading, followed by timely advertising of books that may interest you, assuming the day comes when people are completely indifferent to relinquishing privacy for convenience. Turo further points out that behind the reluctance of smart device companies to completely sever ties with collecting behavior and dispel public suspicions of eavesdropping is a chain of suspicion within the industry about each other's race to build profiles. In the ever-changing world of voice marketing, even companies participating in it sometimes do not trust the assurances of their peers. Even giants face the risk of falling behind in competition, especially in the early stages of the development of smart voice technology. Those small companies and companies outside the mainstream attention utilize voice extensively to assess users, yet go unscathed, possibly selling the voice prints and data they collect to data brokers. In this potential forced rapid development scenario, companies do not want to lag behind, and achieving substantial, informed consent for voice collection is practically difficult in order to win the future wealth. In fact, insiders in the smart device industry, as revealed by Turo, suggest that the current public apprehension about eavesdropping is part of a carefully orchestrated, relative dormant period, planned by smart voice device companies. Beneath the iceberg of current suspicions, the analysis conducted by these companies on what people say and how they say it is far more extensive than what they disclose. They are waiting for the widespread adoption of voice devices, until voice assistants become almost ingrained in people's lives. Only then will these companies enter a high-speed development phase, integrating a range of data about people's voices, demographic characteristics, behaviors, psychological traits, and locations into the nearly ultimate version of the profile mentioned earlier. This aims to make people completely accustomed to receiving personalized purchase recommendations, search results, map navigation, and advertisements. Turo refers to this strategy as inductive monitoring, a concept coined by Penelope Trolanu in her 2017 doctoral thesis. It describes how companies offset concerns about being monitored by actively showcasing the attractive features of products to target groups, making them believe that purchasing and using these devices are worthwhile even with the risk of surveillance. As Trolanu points out, users are induced by statements about convenience, efficiency, and entertainment to willingly surrender personal data, thereby becoming objects of surveillance. Moreover, this chain of suspicion extends to commercial companies considering voice marketing, the potential first party pointed to in the suspicion of eavesdropping. Turo found that marketers in the retail industry are quite skeptical and concerned that the giants producing smart voice devices will find loopholes in their cooperation agreements, leading to data theft and gaining possession of the customer data they hold. He cites a MarketWatch report that highlights how these giants, including Amazon, are already the biggest competitors in the retail industry. If they were capable of eavesdropping on customer conversations in stores, retailers would understandably worry about using smart speakers in their stores. The report even mentions a chief technology officer creating smart voice device programs for retail companies, who reveals that some of his retail clients are particularly afraid of such scenarios. They harbor a paranoia that the giants will gather intelligence about them and use it against them, causing a stagnation and delay in the development of voice applications. How to break the inward spiral caused by this chain of suspicion? Turo calls for further government and legislative regulation. What he emphasizes in this book is to make people aware of the current state of smart voice technology and recognize the need for action. Well, that's all for today. In today's society, various AI and big data bring not only convenience and progress but also various privacy breaches and security issues. After reading this book, it can help you understand these aspects. If you want a more detailed understanding, please read the full text of the book. This concludes the summary of today's content. Congratulations, you've just finished another book. Thank you all for your support and attention. Please subscribe to the Tim Booker channel, like, and share this valuable knowledge with your friends. Let's combine wisdom with practice, achieve our financial goals, and create a better future together. Thank you, goodbye.